Welcome to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. So who is this? This is William Leonard Roberts II. But a lot of y'all know him as the Rick Ross. Before the Rick Ross image, he was working as a police officer at a prison. The real Rick Ross, whose name is Ricky Darnell Ross, they call him Freeway Ross, a former drug lord out of Los Angeles, California, back in 1980s when crack cocaine was introduced in America. And a lot of y'all seen this TV show called Snowfall, which is it hasn't been confirmed, but it has been confirmed that it was based off of Rick Ross' past, which is a dope storyline. I love it. So what Rick Ross did as a correctional officer that learned about the real Rick Ross, he took on that image and rapped about how it was his lifestyle, took on his lifestyle, his image, and became famous from it and capitalized off of it. But he did get sued by the real Rick Ross eventually, because the real Rick Ross was in prison when all this went down, and he did sue from prison. And y'all, the real Rick Ross fought hard to get the rapper Rick Ross to stop using his name and image. As you can see, he tried to get $10,000, and the case did get dismissed in 2010. He refiled it in California in 2011, and the case got dismissed again in 2012. And then he refiled again on August 27, 2013 against Rick Ross and the Warner's Music Group. And it ruled in the rapper's Rick Ross' favor. And he was still allowed to keep his name in that image that he was portraying based off the First Amendment ruling. Unpopular opinion, Rick Ross looked like, back in the day, he looked like that type of person working in a prison thinking them folks was cool. And he heard that story. He did a little research on the real Rick Ross and was like, man, he ain't getting out no time soon. So now he took that, they think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, and transformed himself into this. Opinion, I feel like Rick Ross shouldn't have fought that lawsuit. I feel like he still should have compensated the real Rick Ross, because it was his life that made him famous. It was his stories that made him famous. He should have just gave him some money and agreed to, I could keep the name, but I would give you this amount of money. So, you know what I mean? Because the real Rick Ross is free. But I really feel like this William Leonard is 100% not gangsta at all. All that is just made up. But I feel like now he has the money to get people touched, to do stuff, but he was not like that growing up. He wasn't. To the real Rick Ross, you better keep fighting. And you need to start trying to sue them to get your residuals, because this was based off your story too.